Ayo, I'm back.
More than just that, of course. Still, it could be worth looking into. Let's do it. It seems prudent. If nothing else, it may put some worries to rest.
Yay. Notification madoodles went out. Game is loaded up. Let's rock. Or something. I don't have a catchphrase. Anywho. Good evening, everybody. We're playing Monster Hunter. And we have a brand spanking new title update to get into. And I am, as you can tell by the tone of my voice, very bloody excited to get into it, because, well, of the monsters that are in it. One is Seregios, which actually surprised me when they showed it. It's very much like a ghoul, to me, like something that was in Sunblade that I'm honestly surprised they brought back, because it was in Sunblade. And, well, Lagiacrus we knew about for goddamn ages.
Step right up! I've got the hottest
Oh, I'll claim the silly dances,
right.
later. But yeah. Oh yeah, babe.
I can help you out if I
Addition
have
to
some
the
better gear.
new monsters, I know that hunters wearing shoes. Huh. Like, okay, that's a thing. Anywho, I don't know which target to go up to first. Leggy or Steve? You know what, since Lagiacrus is the big WoW monster of this update, I figure it's probably a good idea to go after him first. Cause, oh boy, I have some stories to tell about him. Do I not have access to it? Oh shit, yeah, I need to do that first. Yeah, I need to do the Forest Doshaguma quest. Because you need to do that as a prerequisite to fight Laggy. And obviously I have not done that because I have barely done any side quests. Oh yeah, with support hunters, I'll put a call to action in. Okay. Okay. Now, just kind of any Doshaguma. You can now select support hunters. You can choose. Wait. Yeah, you can actually choose what support hunters you use, which is extremely useful, and also this probably opens up the door for them to add, well, a lot of support hunters later down the line. Okay, this should be a quick one. I don't think Doshaguma is actually weak to fire though, but I hope it's probably going to be a short hunt. Then we can get onto, think of it as a warm-up.
What's our move?
You know, if you want to make comparisons, what Doshaguma kind of is the equivalent of in other games, I would say he has very Anjanathi qualities to him. Right? Let me explain. I also forgot how loud this game is. But, hey ho. Yeah. Doshaguma reminds me a fair bit of Anjanath, as it's meant to be sort of mid. Oh. One of your first major hurdles in the story, and once you deal with it, the story picks up a bit. Like, in World, the story picked up a fair bit once you dealt with Anjanath. And here, the story picked up a bit, or picked up after you fight the Alpha Doshaguma. Well, that's kind of one thing that disappoints me about pack monsters and how they did in this game. Like, the way they've done it is cool in the fact that, yeah, they literally command, well, certain monsters travel in packs, or they command a whole army of others of its kind. But, I just made large dung bombs for it. Dung bombs for it. You can tell I haven't streamed for them. Yeah. I haven't really got much interesting trivia on this guy, unfortunately. So, yeah. But, the way things are going, it's probably going to be a short hunt anyway. watch the new SNS support hunter outdo me in the SNS department. This makes me...
What's your move?
Oh shit. Okay. Where is my trap? No, I didn't actually. Oh, right, I can't actually put it down because it's in water. There's probably a very good reason for that. Sacred? You okay, my dude? Turn it down a little bit so you can just. Oh! Alrighty then.
I set a trap.
There we go.
As always.
That is that. Now we can get on to the good shit. Kinda ironic that after I hunt a Doshaguma, an alpha Doshaguma ends up in the Scarlet Forest.
Wow, we sure got here fast.
Oh yeah, this is another thing they added.
Can I help?
They added an item box in front of a thing. Which, honestly, kind of... Iron boxes like these have been staples of Monster Hunter games since the very beginning. Like, before World, where we had tents and shit, our base camp was literally a blue item box, which we would get all our supply items out of, and a red one, which we would dump account items into that we needed for completing quests. Yeah, you had to physically dump them in the thing. And also we didn't have fast travel back then. So we had to flat foot it. But luckily the areas were like a lot smaller.
In the first, which is another even an average.
I see.
If anything, the pack I'll need to study.
Eric?
The
Yeah.
Now let me at the giant crocodile. I need to rest. I don't think so, it makes zero sense if it. Yeah, I didn't think this through, did I? Nope, I did.
We got a message from Eric. He said something in the Scarlet Forest caught his attention. Shall we go and hear what he has to say?
Is there nothing you can do? Surely you people know of
oh,
something.
thank goodness you're here. All of these people come bringing alarming reports of Rathalos activity. Olivia's tied up on another investigation.
I have a proposal, if that's all right. Eric has already been gathering intel and has an understanding of the situation.
Oh yeah.
Why not have him service handler for this.
They also introduced another thing here
You're
quite
amenable, that
sneakily.
is.
The ability to switch handlers.
True, that might expedite things a bit.
Something we kinda
Alright,
had a
let's
taste
do it.
of back in Iceborne, where this handler replaced our normal handler for a while. And a lot of people like that.
I've already told you. This red wyvern issue is a life or death matter.
It's been hounding our poor livestock around the clock. At this
Red wyvern. Big hungry. You lot have weapons.
I hear your concerns and understand them. But now I have a question for you. Why would this red wyvern start making trouble now? Aren't you curious to find out?
Monsters just act on instinct, don't they? What's the use in asking why?
That's not true, though. There's always a reason for their actions. Just like you all had reasons for coming here today.
Eric is right.
I'm getting distracted by Scorch's tail.
well, I guess if you think that's best.
Red wyvern. Close to our home.
Thank you for the tip. All right, let's begin the investigation.
It sounded like you wanted them to understand monsters better, Eric.
Well, sure. I guess I do.
But yeah, I wanted to do this one first because it's the bigger, more impressive of, well, one people are most likely here for.
People
Know
are
what I mean?
living creatures too, right? That's your field. Ever since, I've started to believe that I was born human for a reason. Learning is about opening a new door and walking through it. I don't want anyone to give up on that. There, Rathalos tracks.
Also,
Let's have a look.
if anyone's curious about elemental weaknesses, Lagiacrus is weak to fire. I don't know what its elemental hit zones are like in this game though.
Still Frappi's markings are
Cause,
its presence here known.
Wilds just does not have great elemental hit zones for a lot of monsters.
Let's keep moving. The tracks continue ahead.
Why people orientate more towards raw than pure element in this game?
Something's different. Let's take a look.
These are Rathalos scorch marks.
It
Get
must
be
have
on
been
fire,
caused.
y'all.
Fighting with some other creature, perhaps?
No Rathalos I've ever seen left marks like this.
Electrical, but there shouldn't be any monsters with thermal properties. Over here! Quickly!
I just hope my laptop can survive recording gameplay in this season of plenty Scarlet Forest. It's always been a weird stopping point. Oh, stopping point, sticking point in terms of it.
They've been electrocuted.
Let's fall back.
Naturally, this much free food is bound to attract predators.
What's happening? Why is the Rathalos so worked up?
So, this cutscene, the way it plays out,
Eric!
is kind of a bit of a... It's actually a reference to... Prize opening. Yeah, I'm not kidding. A lot of people, when they heard like it was going to be a game, really wanted
That's the cause of all this.
its ecology cutscene 2 be an homage to it, where they're fighting over a herbivore like that. And it's so fucking cool. They definitely put the time and effort into making sure this monster got the introduction it deserved, because it's been absent since Generations Ultimate.
This is the kind of rush I want the people to understand. I want them to know just how diverse the Scarlet Forest really is. But if we leave things like this, the disruption to the ecosystem here will only worsen. It's unfortunate. However, in the name of ecological preservation and the safety of nearby settlements, the guild...
Eric. Let's capture it.
Alive? True, that
Yeah,
would allow us to
this
monitor
one
it long term.
had to... That
But
one
even so,
isn't a
Lagiacrus-
kill mission.
That's an
It's a
awfully tall
capture
order.
mission. Kinda forgot about that.
But that way works better with your philosophy, right?
Thank you. That's very kind of you.
But, good luck trying to catch this thing with, shock traps.
The guild authorizes the capture of that Lagiacrus. I'll do everything I can. to
Yeah,
back
I
you up.
don't like how they pronounce it here. Lagiacrus. Just... I don't know, it just sounds wrong.
Our mission here is to capture it alive.
God,
Let's
the
be
only
careful.
thing that would make this more nostalgic for me is if I was hunting this thing with a hammer. Because, fun fact, back in the Ultimate, my very first Monster Hunter game, by the way, I was a hammer main. But, been a while since I fought this fucker. I haven't fought this thing since Generations, so I'm gonna be very much rusty on this guy. And plus, I technically never fought this guy with Sword and Shield. So, because, well, the Ultimate, I was a hammer main, and when Generations rocked around, I was a Switch Axe main. And, hell, Generations was one I even remotely dabbled in Sword and Shield. It wasn't until World that I really started using it as one of my main weapons. And then Sunbreak, well, whereas in Sunbreak, it just became something I used constantly. So it's kind of my main weapon nowadays. It's one I always find myself coming back to. Oh, accent. Whee. Also, yes, this music is a remix of the theme he had in 3. Oh shit, it's Power Clash. Damn, I really gave this motherfucker the works. Nice. Right. Other things to know about Lagiacrus. Huh, Lagiacrus does roll off the tongue, I will admit. Yep. Yep. So, other things to know about Lagiacrus here. Yes, I'm using the Lagiacrus pronunciation.
Are you alright? Those thunder attacks are surging. We may be able to disrupt its charge if you focus on
Yeah,
attacks
there
and
are.
No need to rush things. Like they say, just stick to the basics.
Oh yeah, it has two subspecies, which kind of go in different directions,
Exercise extreme caution.
right? It has Ivory Lagiacrus and Abyssal Lagiacrus, both introduced in Free Element. Ivory Lagiacrus, or one of them I've actually fought, is more land-based than water-based. Because, well, Lagiacrus was the underwater monster. It's Triad's flagship, and it scared the willies of me back in Free Ultimate, being one of the first large monsters I ever came into contact with. Because one of the early village quests does something evil and make it so one gate crashes your collector thing mission. And I did something similar in high rank with having Devil Jolt crash. You find a great Jaggy. I'm glad I did. Jesus. That was... That's new. Okay, yeah, that's new. Yeah, gave him an upgrade. Almost about to kick my arse if I'm not careful. Uh-oh. Wait, the music. Did they incorporate motifs from Tri's main theme into it? Because if so, that's actually amazing. Yep, I totally did. That is a fucking awesome. Yep, that's awesome. Ugh. And now I have another all goosebumps. Come on, you giant fucking crocodile. Have at you. I'm not a hunt I once was. And I'm gonna show you just how much I've grown. Not as a just as a hunter, but as a person. Sorry, I'm having a moment here. No, you don't get to run away, mate. Rosso? No, I have Rosso. Oh, it was Olivia, but I forgot to bring. Okay. Whoops.
This is bad. It's readying a powerful discharge attack.
Oh yeah,
Have to get
there
in the
is
water and attack
underwater
the
combat here.
I'll keep the status report from on land coming.
Oh wow. God, babe. I'm just getting the biggest goosebumps imaginable here. I love it. Plus, I like this system. Like, oh, there it is. It's cool. Oh, we're going in. We're going in. Oh, that's cool.
Keep the pressure on. A little boost for you. Now, how about
Sorry if I've been very quiet. I'm just in total awe here. This is definitely one of my favorite hunts in this game. I did. I did a monster I have such history with, such justice. Like, I more than made up for the fact that he's been absent for many a game. Speaking of which, facts. Use it. Apparently you can use a shock trap on it. Yeah, Lagiacrus was actually meant to be in World, but they famously had to scrap it. Like, scrap its inclusion? Because they could not get the skeleton to work properly with the environment, the more complex environment of World. But they managed to get him to work here, and you bastard. You had to put in the... Oof. You had to put in the... fanfare in there, didn't you? I very nearly teared up there. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, that hit me with a goddamn wave of nostalgia.
As for that one, it appears to have migrated in from far outside the region.
And in a minute.
You're able to tell that much?
Yes, from trace substances on its body and the growth, and as for why it's here, I suspect it was drawn to the ample prey in this nutrient-rich environment.
Huh. I'd never stopped to think about monsters like that. Just went with what I was taught.
Guess they pick fights and get bent out of shape too.
We'll transport the Lagiacrus back to its original habitat, but this could happen again.
Let's plan how to handle things from now on together. The Red Wyvern, too.
Hey, I'm sorry,
We really appreciate it.
Big thankings!
Great work, everyone.
Thanks, Alma. Hey, can I talk what you said before? You sounded just like Olivia. Would you mind if I helped out Avis? I'm fascinated to find out what sort of path you choose to walk.
Really? It would certainly be helpful to Sure. Welcome.
Really? Thanks!
It's our pleasure.
Well then, just let me know whenever you need my help.
You now choose which handler you like to come to you. Just like Alma, Eric is able to act as counter and provide support. Change, just talk to the handler of your choosing. However, be aware that you'll be unable to choose in certain situations. Yeah, because this is all meant to sort of do this round about middle of high rank, when you usually fight stuff like Rathlos and the like.
Wow, we sure got here fast.
And now I get the Capture Pro thing.
You liked it.
Oh damn. So that's Lagiacrus then. And What was that like?
Hey, Hunter! I know it's out of the... I'm gonna need some context. Right. So, I suppose I'm a function-first type? I do fuss over the little details, but even that...
It really depends on the weapons you're using. You can wind up stuck with one catch-all set.
I hear ya. But, to survive out here...
Well...
Why not start from looks, then? Each unit comes up with hunters get the materials, we smith... I call it...
Ooh, that's certainly one approach.
Yeah.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, they literally have a
Certainly could
subquest to a fashion hunting in this update as well.
It's true. Changing up your gear can... Werner said I clearly had too much time on my hands. Whichever unit gets the most... I've already got the whole... Blocked Hope Mill Alpha. Clerk Van Brace's Chotacabra Coil Alpha. Piragil Greaves. All you gotta do is equip this set as... If there's anything you're lacking, he...
Same name, but is it? No, equipment profile. Hey, you got
Have a look. Here.
fine the shit, even though I don't use those weapon types particularly much.
Hope it serves you well. Hope it serves you well.
All the other stuff. Oh yeah.
You take care of yourself.
Hello.
But
Hello.
yeah, the Lagiacrus Hunt's definitely it's really made me feel super nostalgic. Which is ironic, because part of my brain was thinking the other day about potentially playing a bit of Free Ultimate. But well, I just did not like the underwater controls in that game one bit. The underwater controls here were miles better. And I kinda like the idea of using Clutch Claw in that particular circumstance. As someone who didn't like the mechanic in Iceborne, that's a better use of said mechanic. Right, I am going to use the little spirits through quick, so I'll be right back in a sec. I'm back. Right. Now about that Seregios. Yeah, you can tell I haven't played this game in a fair while.
What do I do? Maybe tell a grown-up? No, I'll just get in trouble.
Oh, actually, scrap that. I want to change my weapons. Cause, Seregios ain't weak to fire. But I don't have an ice SNS.
Sure got here fast.
Oh. And I don't have a ice. Oh. I don't have an ice or thunder SNS. So. Sort of. Well. A properly upgraded one. I haven't let the Soul Shield one shine yet, so. But I do have a ice bow I can use. Yeah, this is very mismatched.
Everyone here has been doing well,
Cyber, learn how to use the fast travel in this game properly. This is not Genshin. Yes, I've been in that rabbit hole. I actually started the Fontaine Archon quest
Hey, Trevor,
earlier
can I,
and got through the first act of that.
No, sorry. It's okay, never mind.
Cause I want to try and catch up with, like, in terms of main Archon quest, before Nordcry hits.
What did you want to talk about, Nebby? Don't worry.
So maybe I can.
Promise no one will be mad.
I don't know. Be
And the hunter here is going to help
you going through Nordcry or me just
better.
doing some exploring and shit? If you guys fancy it.
So they
I don't really have any real trivia about Genshin. That's the only thing.
Even though we were told not to because of the strange monster. There have been sighting reports of an unknown monster around the... The grown-ups said the monster was chasing after the secret. But Nemo said he wasn't scared.
Does anyone else know about this?
Yeah, Nuna does.
Thank you for telling us.
Nebby.
Nana, we need to head for the plateau as soon as possible.
Go, Hunle.
Let's go.
Right.
Now! We will stride the wind and soar like the great bird Samult!
Let's fly!
Guys, wait! You can't do the trial by yourselves! We are full-fledged Sacred Riders!
And we're gonna glide from here and prove it.
But I heard that a strange monster has been
Some
spotted
people
around
just
here.
kind of have it.
I know how scary
Even
they
kids
are.
can
We have to
do
go
dumb
back.
ideas.
Yeah.
Well, everyone can do dumb ideas.
It's the travelers!
And I thought I got away from Genshin for 5 minutes.
It's Alma!
But
Everyone, it is safe here. Let's head back home. It's Seregios. No! It's taking her! Nona, don't! I have these two. You take care of Nona and the Seregios. Got it.
I wonder if that cutscene changes if you have Eric with you.
Nona, be careful! No! We can't lose her! The sacred! No!
Yes, but he Vigorous factory works on sacred.
Something else, kid. Now get these sacred back home. Okay.
Right. Seregios, aka Steve. Flagship or full element? We didn't get Forever West. We got full element instead. But we had to wait till full element. Fun fact, this guy is actually the first monster to ever inflict the bleed status. Yeah, nearly every flagship has something in... most flagship? Especially ones from Fright onwards, had a unique thing about them. You already saw Lagiacrus and his whole deal being him being an embodiment of the underwater combat. Or had Frenzy Virus. This guy introduced Bleed. Raki, who are Free Ultimates flagship, introduced Slime Blight, which would be later retooled into what we now know as Blast Blight. Now Gigante... the Fated Four, Glavenus, Mizutsune, Astalos and Gameth, were unique because of the fact that there was 4 of them. Crimson Glow Valstrax was the first... normal Valstrax I should say, was the first flagship that was an Elder Dragon. To my knowledge at least. Don't know what Monster Hunter Frontiers was like in terms of that. No, Monster Hunter Frontiers flagship was actually Espinas. Believe it or not. No, Gigante didn't really do anything unique, and neither did Velcano, really. Magdamolo had Hellfire Blight. And Malzeno had Blood Blight. So yeah, if you think about it, for the most part, from Try onwards, each flagship introduced a new thing. Oh, there's a Cumatrice here. Was he getting careful with it? But yeah. This one you can see I am a bit better against, because, well, it was in Sunbreak, so I have Sword and Shield experience. And just more experience with him in general. As far as the Lagiacrus was, I didn't fight him massively much just because of underwater battles not being that fun for me in food. But I fought Seregios quite a few times because his weapons had an interesting gimmick. If you evaded a couple of times, you would actually restore sharpness on your blade, or on your melee weapon. I can't remember if I had that in Sunbreak, but here, they actually brought that back in some way, with the weapon skill, Blade Scale Home. makes it so when you narrowly invade something, you get special sharpness or something. I can't remember how exactly they describe it. Yeah, with the new weapons and armor this update, they do some interesting shit that's definitely seems to be shaking up the meta. Oh, okay, it defaulted to Olivia. So do you always need to change for once you have the four? Okay, you know what would be cool for them to do then? Add an option so it's random what support hunters you get. I know. I just think an option like that would actually be really damn cool. Oh shit, yeah, we can. It has a pin attack in this game. I'm not surprised it inflicts bleed on you. Ow! Luckily, giant Vega wasp. With Seregios in this game, I have obviously a bit more of a direct comparison because Sunbreak. And I will say, yeah, this guy definitely feels a bit tougher here. Ah, shit. I wasn't keeping my frenzy in check. I'm an idiot. I wonder if this one will play before Ultimate fanfare. Well, I think for Ultimate use the normal fanfare. I think Tri and 3 Ultimate was the only one to really have a bit more of a unique fanfare. Thing to note about Seregios' weapon, since I was talking about the equipment earlier anyway, they are mainly raw focused, they are raw focused weapons with lower base attack but higher affinity. And god damn, I am getting a lot of perfect counters on them. Perfect counters as I yap. Random tangent. In terms of these streams, in terms of streams going forward, did you guys want me to timestamp them? Like either using YouTube's chat to Madoodle, or just leave a timestamp in the comments or something? Because
What's our
I'm
move?
thinking that wouldn't be a bad idea. So that anyone who missed the stream and are watching it via VOD, they can get to the action a bit quicker. We are Seregios. And what is it with me and bloody perfect blocking everything today? Like, seriously. I perfect blocked a raw just there, I kept perfect blocking kick attacks. I perfect blocked again. Guess my muscle memory from Sunbreak is kicking in hard here. Or, unlike Lagiacrus, who saw massive changes, Seregios didn't really see many because there wasn't that much that needed to be updated.
Fantastic work. The children in Secret are also safe. Lana's watching. Let's make our way back to Kanata as well.
Oh yeah, one other thing to note about Lagiacrus and Seregios. They have higher drops for their rare materials in, well, for their tempered versions, which, much like Mizu and the Apexes, are 8-star difficulty hunts now. I get it's play already anyway. Alright, what we get? Max might, normal shot, open shot, and guard. That's useless. No, seriously, that's useless. Unless you're using a heavy bow gun, because that has a shield on it.
Children are forbidden from attempting the trial alone.
We just wanted to be real secret riders. That way, we could be Zato's hands and help everyone around the village.
I see. You were in a hurry to grow up. But rules like that exist for a reason, child. They are made to keep you. Alas, people forget the sting of loss.
What do we do if we forget, though?
That is why we tell stories. We pass on knowledge of danger through generations, so that it may be avoided.
Nona,
Exactly.
I heard about the Seregios. Are you okay?
She's the reason that Secret made it home safely. She glided down from the
Wow!
Things only ended well this time, thanks to the Traveler and Alma.
Again, this is not Genshin.
Nemo.
I'm a hunter, not a traveler.
You are never to do that again. You'll find out why they called me Nana, the Howling Gale. Any questions?
We're really sorry! We won't do it again!
Good. Lesson learned.
Well, as bit of a all's end that ends well. I butchered that. All's well that ends well. Right. Now that's done. I have a ton of optional quests to do. Honestly, this particular meal's just kind of better.
Well,
Especially for me, because I don't really capture a lot of monsters.
our thanks to the creature that gave its life for us. Yes.
Okay, optional. Perfect plundering. Alright, let's SNS this motherfucker.
Have another hunt with no surprises today.
I do want to switch my
Sent
weapons.
us supply items.
Okay, about it.
What you think we'll find?
Like I said, I'm gonna start timestamping the stream boards, at least on the YouTube side. I don't think you can do that on the Twitch side. So I am half tempted to highlight particular clips. Maybe do a bit of a highlight of a week type deal. Like for
That's our target.
like for weeks that I do stream, I may be on
Let's get fired up.
I am not paying attention at all. Yeah, just figuring I might as well finish off the Calico thing. I always play with a full squad of support hunters, so that's not the most useful thing in the world. But just for the sake of not having a crap ton of subquests. Seriously, that's gonna be another thing on my list. Just to I might next month on a stream just knock a ton of those out. thought Hunter would be incredibly popular. If I ever do one that has a hunting horn for their weapon. Like, one of my favourite follower setups to do in Sunbreak was Minato with her lance and Hinoa, but instead of her using her bow, I have her using a hunting horn instead. Was that a tempered here by me? Yeah, that's a tempered one. Huh. I didn't know you could get tempered here by me and Nacilla here. Damn. Dang it. Ow.
Leave this to me. Heels inbound.
It feels weird to see an NPC do Perfect Rush, I will admit. Because even in Sunbreak there weren't really anyone who particularly used Sword and Shield. Like, some had it as a secondary weapon, well, as a weapon option, but there weren't ones that sort of specialized in it. It wasn't their main weapon. They canonically use. That camp's kinda useless cause it is very exposed. That was a random frame hit. Say, thank God it's actually really cold. Like, not boiling warm, because I don't think I could have waited another week to get into this. Also, speaking of updates, we still need to do Ileweaver in Warframe. Because I kind of want to make those like my main sort of game picks. Monster Hunter and Warframe. Because I like Monster Hunter and I like Warframe.
Yep, I think that'll do it. Thanks, partner. Let's talk more at base camp.
That's literally the best way I can explain it. Though I do also want to try and do a new stream playthrough. Part of me is thinking, cause whoa. Mario Wonder, because I've been doing a ton of, well, a couple of shorts on it.
I didn't do too bad myself. You can use them to...
I will, thanks.
Well, I was brainstorming when I remembered something I heard about the new world. Plunder Blades. It's a tool that some of the Grimalkai...
Well, thanks.
Working with you, I can't...
Oh, you're...
Yeah, I like that little reference. Saying about, yeah, I got the idea. I heard it was a thing in the new world. So I figured I'd give it a shot. That's a cool little continuity nod.
Hey,
Sure.
So,
Well, yeah.
That's what's got me thinking. Yeah,
Alright.
thanks a book.
Right. Ah. Yep, that works out. I can quickly knock that one out. And that's the quest chain done. Actually, you know one of the best places? The Oasis area. There's usually one of those round there.
I'll get ready too.
What forces could have shaped it this way?
There we go. Giant Vigor Wasp.
Now I can help you out even more. Let me check it out back at Kit, okay?
Right. From here on out, it's just kind of me starting wrapping up some side quests.
Perfect again.
I'm happy to have...
Wow. Now I...
Thanks.
We'll be ready. Don't be afraid.
I'll be counting.
Hey, anything catch your eye?
Ah, there we go.
Hello.
Lagiacrus. Oh damn! That has a hell of a lot of thunder on it. Like damn. I remember Lagiacrus weapons being more middle of the pack, sort of. Well, the balanced option. But damn. Oh yeah, this is the Lagiacrus weapons neat thing. Convert thunder resistant. Increase your weapon's elemental attack proportional to your thunder resistance. Basically, the more thunder resistance you have, the more thunder element you have on this. And Seregios has lower raw but very high affinity. And not great in the sharpness department, but when you can now evade, when you get given a special layer of sharpness every time you narrowly evade something, Oh, also in this,
Got
I
something in
added a ranged version. Now evading a monster's attack while a weapons drawn grants special loaded ammo or applied coatings, which works out really well for bow because they have a move that essentially gives your stamina back when you narrowly evade a monster's attack, and gives you more or less iframes throughout the entire animation. Yeah, you can tell I definitely want to give the Seregios bow a try. Well, bows tend to be better with element. Speaking of, what comes to this one? This one only gets close range. Oh, I ain't having that. I'm definitely putting on some coating things on it. And luckily it's got level 3. Is bloody perfect for that. Yeah, I am putting both
What are we making today?
laggy weapons. Oh yeah. Ah, yeah, that. So people were saying that in the longsword tree they saw this, a weapon tree that sort of grayed out. That's likely to do with the giant pickaxe longsword that's going to be returning in an event quest. But there was also shown a sword and shield version of it, which I fucking want. And that's probably what this is. So when that particular event quest drops, I'm probably gonna do a lot of it.
Got something in
Oh
mind?
yeah, the Lagiacrus and Seregios weapons are here. This one focuses on like adrenaline rush and that which works with it. Also has extra things like extends duration of adrenaline rush to again while still is active, extends the effect duration once. So basically you want to be narrowly dodging a lot of stuff with that set to get the most out of it. This one is really good because it has a crap ton of weakness. Like, force things do get weakness exploit. Oh, this actually has Slicked Blade on it, which is also on the Mizu weapons. Huh. I'm really that surprised. Cyberphnx Fury temporarily increases affinity and can deal extra random damage upon build-up, excludes some attacks. Further increases additional thunder damage and moderately extends the duration affinity is increased. So basically, well, for one thing I want to do a bit of testing with this one, because this is going to be very interesting. Depending on how big of what's some people's videos on the testing for it? I mean, I'm the knows random trivia guy, not the I test shit so you don't have to guy. Oh yeah, it has a set skill called that's affinity sliding. Feels weird for that to be like a group set bonus thingy. Yeah, there's still two types of set bonuses. Ones that are specific to a monster's armor set, and another one that's sort of if that armor set belongs to a certain group of armor sets. It's very weird. Got a lot of... Oh no wait, the split blade is actually from my Zatsu weapon. I'm an idiot. Is Oh, actually has some really good wax pieces. Do you want to do something crazy like fit in 2 of these with 2 gore? Which I don't really see why you'd want to. That might be a bit overkill. But that depends on how much, if any, you actually get out of a 2-piece set. Yeah.
You know where to find me.
Like I said, they very much have some interesting bits to it. Take things up in interesting.
Right.
Oh wow, yeah, I have okay. I very much have a lot of the double tempered optional. Oh, I have all of them to do actually. I didn't know I unlocked all of them. So basically, you complete these, and what ends up happening is you then are able to have hunts that appear that have 2 monsters in it. Which, yeah, is very useful for your Artian ones, because if you get an 8-star monster...
Let's be on our way.
Oh, I think it does actually randomize it. I think it actually does randomize it if you don't specifically... Oh, you don't specify what ones you want to bring. Hell yeah. This makes me want them to add all sorts of ones. Kind of wish Fabius was one still, but hey ho.
Let's see this done!
I always really like... Oh. will say I really like how they show tempered monsters in this game. How they have these massive battle scars. And the tempered wound mechanics. I don't know, I just really like it for some reason.
Okay, I'm on it.
They do the tempered mechanics just... Oh. I feel like tempered works better in this game than it did in World. I just hope when we get the eventual Master Rank expansion, we don't have a Nightshade Palomu situation where they just... where you can have tier 1 monsters just murk you in an instant. Well, or just one-shot. But I think reflecting on that now, I think it's more a case of Nightshade Palomu put you to sleep before doing that big move. So you took extra damage from it anyway. So I was less tempered being bullshit and more tempered and more an unfortunate bit of game design working against you. At least I'm gonna get a lot of wyvern blood shards out of this. I wonder if it's going to be a case of I introduce a new support hunter each title update now. Think about it. Here they introduce the concept of having the concept of choosing what support hunters you bring with you. So now, I wonder if they'll add some either in smaller updates or mainly in tile updates.
Spotted.
I should really optimize a heal wheel or something. That's a net. I'm definitely gonna be doing... Yep, the next Monster Hunter stream is just gonna be me going through my backlog of side quests. Because I need to get through my backlog of side quests. How did it get this big anyway? If it was any bigger, it would be competing with my backlog in Genshin. Actually, scrap that. Nothing's as big as my backlog in Genshin. Like I said, I only just started doing the Fontaine conquest earlier. They really need a skip button. No. I think it would just do Genshin a bit of good. If I just randomly teleport there. There is the ballerina. Ah! So, any of you got ideas on what you're gonna do this weekend? Like, I'm probably gonna chill and try to get through more of the Fontaine Art Conquest. I wanna try to get through at least Act 2 tomorrow. The idea is that I maybe do one act a day or something like that. Or when I'm feeling up for it, I knock out an act. Because I feel like I'm not gonna enjoy the more text-heavy part. Well, the fact that the Fontaine Art Conquest is don't have as many battle encounters. So it's just literally gonna be me skipping through dialogue. Or just going to point B, point A to point B or some shit. I also want to try and do the Windward plain dual-tempered one. I just jumped topics again, didn't I? I always do this. Just kind of how I am. Remind me to, after the stream, rename the stream to checking out Tile Update 2 and then side quests. I'll also make sure when I'm adding chapters to the YouTube version of the VOD, YouTube side of the VOD map, to timestamp it accordingly. Now, as for next week having a set schedule, might not be likely. Because of one thing that well, weather. Oh shit, yeah, so she is, walked around again. Okay, I'm saving that as an investigation. But yeah, I can't see me having a set schedule next week just purely because of the weather. Because it's going to be another hot one because we're still in this sodding heat wave.
You are reliable as
Remind me that whenever I decide to get my own place to actually get one that
I hope it was all right there.
doesn't turn in,
the pink temple.
that has a
Terrible.
room that
Really
doesn't
You have many
turn
more
into an
things to come,
oven
I
when
am
it's
sure.
on a hot day of an evening. Field servers feature model targets now spawning locales. Super hunts, some more awards. Yep, as you can see there, you can create a quest for multiple targets. And there's one more I want to do in that regard. One more quest I wouldn't mind doing today.
I heard from the others.
Oh, I need to make myself some big barrel bomb. Nope, back in. I swear I'll start using other weapon types at some point.
Yes.
Okay. I want to do this one, continuing conflict. Yeah, it just... Oh, it says any. Okay. Good, good.
I search for those stronger than me.
Let's have another hunt with no surprises today.
Okay. The tempered chicken shouldn't really pose any issue. No, I haven't used bow too much today.
Spot.
Let's change that.
Ready to roll?
Now I want to experiment with a new build. Actually, like I said before, depending on how much two-piece Rathlos actually gives you affinity-wise, what if I paired that with two-piece 4? That way I can have slots for other things. I know, it's just an idea that's brewing in my brain. Because I'm always... well, I'm always sort of... Actually, I wouldn't say always. I sometimes have ideas in my head for potential builds. That are a little bit peculiar. Or just sound fun to me on paper. Like the idea of a affinity setup that does not rely on weakness exploit at all. Oh, you know what weapon would be a good candidate for that potentially? The Seregios ones. I already have very high affinity in general. And I know, I just think it would be an interesting idea. Yeah, I'm forgoing the bomb and just doing shenanigans. I am out of range for this, and I missed it anyway. Ow!
Hey, shake it off.
Right. Down. And Varethlos, luckily, is right over there. Nice. You can discern and dodge roars. That is actually pretty damn cool. Well, this knowledge is going to get abused. Wait for the sun in dodges. Holy crap. Whoops. Okay. Are you going in? I've attached the tracer to the wrong fucking thing.
You must hold on strong.
The only thing that's annoying about the NPCs doing the mounts is that they just keep moving and don't actually do a wound on one specific area. It's actually kind of annoying. That was a lot quicker. Usually it's a lot slower. And again, apparently in the beta it was stupid quick. Yeah, it is kind of quick now.
Target is down.
Yeah, shit, that is really quick.
Make sure to grab anything a monster leaves behind.
No. The only thing about bows, it makes my finger ache a little bit. Okay, first one I'm using the bombs on.
I set a bomb. Bomb set.
Fire in the hole! And take it. I'm still on fire though. And it is down. Ow. And I got Ruby out of that. This was nice.
You sure got here fast.
Do you have a moment? They were as dangerous as you suspected.
I'm glad to hear it. What will come?
That's what we're here for.
That does make... I hope you'll let us help you as the whole village will...
Thanks.
Nah. I can make quests with multiple monsters here. And you can see a pattern here. Each of those dual what's it? Dual tempered monster quests unlocks the ability to fight multiple monsters. Yeah, I could curl up into a ball and go to sleep. Okay, what is the exclamation mark here? Wow, anyway. Stuff about fish.
Well, what can I do for you?
I'm probably gonna put a pin in the game for today. We'll probably yap for a little bit. Not too long. But just to maybe go over a couple of things. Right. There we go. Oh yeah, I made myself bigger on the... Oh, I made myself a bit bigger on all the what's it, so you can all see me lovely face a bit better. Yeah, just kind of want to go over little bits and pieces, especially since this is my first stream back after my unscheduled break. Well, my semi-unscheduled break. And such. Of course. Oh, but here's some things that won't change, like I'm still gonna do the shorts I've been doing. I will still be doing my streams and that sort of thing. And I'll still be doing stuff my own way. As you notice, I've updated the colours on the model so they're a bit more vibrant. Mostly because I actually finally figured out how the hell to do shifting properly. Things that might... Oh. Additions and changes. Like I said earlier, I kind of want to start using the chapters feature on YouTube to make my VODs a bit more manageable for people who can tune into stream and that sort of thing. I'm half tempted to maybe do a highlight of the week where I saw clip a particular moment from a week's streams if I stream of that particular week. And yeah, just kind of post the raw clip or something. I want to make myself a new set of stream overlays. Because I kinda want to improve on them. Not that I think my current ones are terrible or anything. I just wanted to freshen things up. You know? I kind of want to try and structure my streams a bit better, like actually be a bit more consistent in what kinds of games I stream again. Which honestly wouldn't be too far off what I've already streamed, but doubling more down on action-y style games and platform. Sort of deal. I'm half tempted to think about potentially doing pixelart streams again. Because I kind of want to push my pixelart stuff a bit. And I want to lift how I conduct myself on streams a bit more. Because I know one of my big sort of things I could do is obviously go more into my game trivia and history side of things. Like, I'll still be playing games and that sort of thing, but I would be going into the various bits of trivia I know about it. A lot more. Some of the stuff that maybe even done some of the stuff that I covered in shorts in a bit more detail. Stuff of that nature. And yeah, I half thought about trying to actually redo the Astro box that I tried to start months ago, but never really got anywhere with it. But I am tempted to start with Astro's Playroom first and essentially do a bit of a gaming history focused playthrough. Well, still play through the game obviously, but I more highlight the gaming history that are contained within those games, cause holy crap, they very much essentially PlayStation's history in a nutshell. For better or for worse. Oh, both for good and bad parts of it. But I very much want to not shift stuff too much. But shifting it into your own little direction. Yeah. I'll... What I might do is next couple of days pop a couple of questions on community tab and on Twitter about these sort of things, and if you guys would be interested in them at all. And I think that more or less covers what I wanted to go over here. Which is mainly, I want to push my gaming trivia knowledge into the streams a bit more. That's what it really boils down to. That, and I want to make new streaming overlays again. My creative bug is kicking in a bit. And yeah. That's why I can describe it. Anywho, I'll let you all go for the weekend, and as for next week, there likely might not be a set schedule, just because of how most of the streaming days, my usual stream days, are going to be blisteringly hot. So not really going to be another set one. Just in case things, well, the weather's kind of unpredictable at the moment. With if it wants to be cool or if it wants to be blisteringly warm. I can definitely see myself streaming Tuesday though, and there we'll check out the Ileweaver update that we didn't get to the other week. That we didn't get to last week. But again, likely won't be a set schedule, just to be on the safe side. Yeah, I think that covers everything I wanted to talk to in the post game Zatsu. And if you've missed any bits, the VOD will be up on Twitch for the next week, because that's how long VODs last for us non-affiliates. And it will always be available on YouTube, and I'll make sure to add chapters to it on there, so it's a bit easier for folks to get to the juicy bits, because I want to start doing that with the stream VODs and such. and I'll mess about, and I'll, oh, another, yeah, potentially try a highlight of a week, or find a couple of bigger clips and start maybe doing a here's what happened in streams type deal, or something like that. I don't know, some sort of big video thing that involves clips. That's basically just a clip show of stuff that happened in stream. And such. Who knows, I might even start thinking about doing more let's play type stuff. Probably could actually do that with Astro's Playroom. Again, I'll have a think and pose some questions to you guys about it, and we'll go from there, right? Anyway, I've kept you long enough. As always, thank you all for popping into stream today. Doesn't matter if you've been chatting, lurking, or voting. Y'all are very, very much appreciated, and I'll welcome back here anytime. I hope you all stay safe and have a wonderful weekend. And from the Spirit Nest, we thank you. Alright, everybody. Good night, and I'll see you next night. Alrighty. Have a good weekend, everybody. And I will see you next week, hopefully. If the UK doesn't turn into a goddamn oven whilst we're not looking. See you guys next week. Good night. And have a wonderful weekend.